Monster Hunter Rise will be the first title in the series built from scratch for Nintendo's current system, coming 4 years after the Nintendo Switch first launched. And from my time with the publicly available demo and a private demo at Capcom's Osaka HQ, Rise appears to have been well worth the wait. Monster Hunter Rise is simply one of the most impressive titles you can find on the Nintendo Switch, both from a graphical and technical standpoint. What makes Rise such a great match for the Switch is its focus on fun, fast-paced action. The newly added wire bug mechanic allows you to swing through the environments and run up walls, which really changes the way you fight and explore. The thing I found most impressive about Rise is that it seems to have found a balance that welcomes new players while satisfying veteran hunters. Though it seems too early to say if it's the perfect balance, what I've played seems promising. Capcom never seems to forget what it is that makes Monster Hunter so special in the first place. Weapon types still have astounding depth, for example, which makes them just as rewarding to master as before. However, switching between weapons should be tempting since the amount of materials needed to upgrade them are reduced. There are more buffs now with endemic life, but they can be ignored to tailor the difficulty to your liking. The locations of monsters are now automatically highlighted on the map immediately, but exploration isn't dumbed down. Maps offer plenty of side routes and hidden secrets, and thanks to the wire bug, there's a new level of verticality. Palamutes might be an addition everyone can get behind. These new canine comrades enrich both the exploration and combat of Monster Hunter, while at the same time adding another layer of creativity and communication. Rise's maps are said to be approximately the same size as World's locales, but Rise's environments generally appear to be more spacious, giving the player plenty of room to swing around and use the acrobatic silkbind attacks during battle.
You listen to me now!
Both Shrine Ruins and Frost Islands have an obvious Japan-inspired setting, but it seems that the full game will contain a great variation of locales. The same can be said about the monsters. The returning beasts add plenty of variation, while new monsters bring an authentic flavor to Rise's Japan-inspired world. Fighting Somnacanth in the Frost Islands area was cool. Designed as a mixture between Western and Japanese mermaids, the Somnacanth oozes personality, and its devil-like looks and mesmerizing singing voice are a unique mix. But as my character in the demo was already wearing Somnacanth armor, I felt a bit over-equipped. With my advantage, I didn't need to watch its attack patterns as closely as most players will need to, and it was hard to imagine how difficult the monster will be on a first hunt. At its core, the battle system itself feels very close to previous entries in the series, and I mean that in the best way possible. Here too, wire bugs are the biggest game changer, allowing for extra mobility, last-moment dodges, and cool special attacks that give each weapon type an additional layer of personality. A succession of silkbind attacks and a few other tactics can bring monsters to a mountable state called wyvern riding, another new feature of Rise which adds a strategic layer to the hunt. Most weapon types have been slightly tweaked but feel largely the same as before, the hunting horn being the obvious exception. While the main philosophy behind the hunting horn hasn't changed in Rise, melodies have become simpler and note combos are now handily displayed on screen. This is just another example of how Rise streamlines the experience while keeping the core intact. With all of these tweaks in one game, my impression is that Rise feels more like an action game than any other Monster Hunter title. That doesn't mean the series' layered RPG elements aren't still a big part of the experience, but it feels like there is more freedom in that degree to which you want to engage in them. I can understand that for some fans this new balance can potentially sound a bit worrying. However, in the end, I am confident about the direction the developers are heading. A game that prioritizes enjoyable action above all else. Action is Capcom's expertise after all, and Rise might just be the purest action game in the Monster Hunter series.
That's a wrap.
Monster Hunter Rise will be released on Nintendo Switch on March 26. For more Monster Hunter Rise details from this month's IGN First, be sure to check out our Somnacanth Quest gameplay video and a weapons showcase on the new Frost Islands map. And for everything else, you're already in the right place. IGN.